It was a beautiful evening at the annual charity gala in the heart of the city. The stars twinkled above as laughter and music filled the air. Guests in elegant attire strolled around the outdoor venue, sipping fine wine and engaging in cheerful conversations. Among them was Ben Cross, a tall and striking young man in his 30s, with dark hair and captivating blue eyes. As the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, he was known for his charisma and charm, easily attracting women who hoped to gain something from their encounters with him. Ben leaned against a sleek black railing, surveying the crowd with a confident smirk. Around him, women laughed and fawned over him, their eager eyes sparkling with admiration. They were drawn not only to his wealth, but also to the allure of the lifestyle he represented. To Ben, these women were nothing more than trophies, status symbols that he enjoyed for a while, before tossing them aside like old trophies once he grew tired of their needs and desires. This pattern had served him well, and he found delight in the attention that surrounded him. However, as he scanned the garden, his gaze settled on one woman sitting alone at a small table beneath a flickering lantern. Her name was Alice Madden. She was a strong-willed woman with striking features that radiated confidence. Unlike the other women around, Alice wore a simple, elegant dress, and she seemed entirely uninterested in the festivities, her focus directed intently on her drink. Intrigued by her calm demeanor, Ben's interest was piqued. Without a second thought, he approached her, his swagger filling the air. "Hi there, mind if I join you?" he asked, his voice smooth like honey. Alice glanced up, her eyes meeting his with a sharp gaze. "Actually, I do mind," she replied firmly. Her tone was unexpected and caught Ben off guard. Normally women fell over themselves to be near him, but here was one who clearly had no interest. Taken aback, Ben sensed a thrill of challenge. "Come on, I'm just trying to make a friend here," he said, flashing his trademark smile. But Alice wasn't swayed. She shook her head, standing her ground. "I'm not interested, thank you." Confused and slightly annoyed, Ben tried to maintain his composure. "You don't know what you're missing," he said, chuckling to himself as he turned away. No one ever refused him without a second glance. As he walked back into the crowd, the mix of confusion and intrigue filled his mind. The rest of the evening felt unusually dull. He found himself glancing back at Alice. She remained focused on her drink, seemingly unbothered by the gala around her. A strange sense of obsession began to form within him. What was it about her that made her so different? As the night wore on, Ben couldn't shake the feeling. He approached his family, sitting at a nearby table. His mother, Lainey Cross, was a high-class woman in her 60s, impeccably dressed. His father, Matthew Cross, a calm and kind man of 69, observed the crowd with a warm smile. "Ben, how's the evening treating you?" Lainey asked, her voice smooth and welcoming. "Not as good as it could be," Ben replied absent-mindedly, stealing a glance at Alice again. Matthew raised an eyebrow, sensing his son's distraction. "Something on your mind?" Ben shrugged, trying to ignore the tug of curiosity. "Just a woman who's not interested in me." Lainey laughed lightly. "You're used to getting pretty much anyone you want." "Who is this woman?" "Her name is Alice," he replied, frustration creeping into his voice. "And it's as if she laughs at me from afar. No one turns me down." "Maybe she wants more than what you can give," Matthew said simply. Those words stuck with him. What if Alice was indeed looking for something deeper? The thought both irritated and excited him. Determined, he devised a plan. The next day, Ben found himself driving through the small town where Alice lived. He had some contacts and soon learned she worked at a local bookstore. Stepping inside, he felt out of his element among the quaint shelves filled with books and the subtler, cozy aura. There he found Alice, helping an elderly customer, her smile genuine and warm. "Hi, Alice," he said, attempting nonchalance. She looked surprised to see him. "What are you doing here?" she asked, her brows furrowed slightly. "I thought I'd come to see the bookstore everyone talks about," he replied, playing it cool. "Besides, I wanted to apologize for last night." "You didn't offend me," she said, "but I'm still not interested." Ben felt a pang of annoyance, but didn't want to show it. "What if I told you that I'm genuine? Perhaps we could start over." Alice searched his eyes for sincerity, but it was hard to discern. "I appreciate the offer, but I really don't think you and I would click." Now he truly felt challenged. "Then let me prove to you that I'm not just the guy you think I am," he insisted. "I'll even take you to dinner. That's it." At that moment, Amelia Dawson, a quiet and shy 25-year-old girl from a small town who had been watching, piped up. "You really should give him a chance, Alice. Sometimes people can surprise you." With a glance at Amelia, Alice softened a little. "Fine, one dinner, but don't get your hopes up." Day by day, Ben put in more effort. He respected her boundaries, listened to her stories, and shared more than he ever had before. As Alice opened up, he began to see her heart, a beautiful thing unlike the superficial connections he had fostered before. He found himself looking forward to their time together, savoring the conversations that stretched late into the night. Meanwhile, Lainey and Matthew watched their son transform. They cheered him on, but reminded him to remain patient. Ben was learning that genuine connections took time and effort, not just charm and wealth. As weeks passed by, the feelings strengthened. Ben was no longer looking to win Alice over for a mere conquest. He found himself longing for the chance to share his life with her, something he had never anticipated. Yet the journey wasn't straightforward. Ben, with his old ways still lingering in the back of his mind, stumbled at times under the weight of his transformation. However, through his trials, Alice remained steadfast, guiding him with her strength and determination. What began as a pursuit turned into an unexpected love story, one that reshaped Ben entirely. And through it all, he learned that true worth doesn't come from wealth alone, but from the genuine connections we build and the hearts we touch. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Please show a kindness by clicking like and subscribe. It would help our channel so much.